Dignity. It's the word of the week. It's Sunday. I'm finishing up my blog, and I just want to take a video break to talk about the exercise of the week, which is the plank switch. I was pleased to see the associate exercise has to do with our core, because when I think of dignity, I think of it as how somebody carries themselves, particularly in the face of adversity, particularly after, say, like a defeat, a loss, a failure of some sort, a poor performance, poor placement, and you have to return. You might have to stand on stage, right? And there's somebody who won next to you, and you think that could have been me, but it wasn't today. So we have to have dignity to go to the show at night, to see our adversaries or our opponents or fellow competitors or coworkers who are either maybe going to support us or not, but our ability to walk with dignity, move with dignity, live with dignity is truly an act of willpower, and it is always a choice we have. One thing to keep in mind, there's always a gift. What I mean is, often our biggest breakthroughs happen the day after a major setback, the day after a failure, or maybe not the day, but you know what I mean, like right after that point. It provides a breakthrough. There's always learning involved with failure. The question is, do you want to learn or do you want to wallow in it, right? There's temptation to wallow in it, and then maybe you need to wallow in it for a little while. But come on back with some dignity. And since the associated exercise is plank switches, we're focusing on engaging our core. My favorite thing to say in class, not really my favorite, but the thing you might hear the most out of my mouth in class is something like, brace your abs, engage your core muscles, draw your belly in toward your spine. And I don't say it because I love to say it. I say it because I'm not seeing it, and I need to see it, especially if I'm doing a class like that involves squats, things where you would actually hurt yourself if you're not bracing your midsection. But you know me, I'm not at all about quick fixes or anything like that, but this is one quick fix that I totally encourage, and that is learning how to brace your midsection. Especially if let's say you've had a baby recently, or babies, plural, or you're at a certain age stage beyond 40. You might not be bracing your abs as well as you could. And what we think about here is we imagine our midsection is like a corset. And the corset muscles are ones we want to brace to create stability. That's the point, to create stability. Creates a nice look too, but we want to create stability here so that we can move safely and effectively. It's different than sucking in. I don't know how to do that. Sucking in. I don't know how to do that. It's more like if someone were to throw a ball at your midsection, what would you do? You would brace. But we don't want to walk around like this. It's not very attractive. We want to lift our chest. Thank you, bikini training. While bracing. It's opposition. As we lift our chest, we tend to relax abs. So if we brace and lift, we get the look we want. We also get the positioning we want. Enter the plank switch. Let me demonstrate. We start this one at the top of your push-up with your hands underneath your shoulders, your feet, you're in a foot fold in the back. Step one foot outside your hand, make your arm disappear. Toes are lined up with fingers, step back and go to the other side. We go slowly, lift the chest, lift our eyes and get a nice stretch to the hip, or we go quickly for agility. And if you want to make it a great anaerobic drill, you add a plyo component. Do that a few times. Your heart rate's going totally up. So it's the one exercise I say is actually core centric and has the opportunity to burn a bunch of calories because it's lifting the heart rate. Holding a plank, different. Holding a plank is an endurance activity. It's strengthening your core muscles. It's not burning a massive amount of calories. Something like plank switches, because you can move quickly, you can add the plyo jump, has that potential. So practice your plank switches. Practice engaging your abs, please. Especially if you're coming to my class, please practice that and have a great week.